Okay, you're live. No one's on. Maybe I should put it into the gimbal because I can't. You want to get it? Oh. Okay.
Welcome everyone to whoever's watching. It's a slow start. I had to run over the house to get something. So we picked up this relic yesterday. We're just trying to see if it all winds over and spins. Got it to move a little bit, so we got the injectors out. We filled her up with diesel and ATF last night in the cylinders. Now today we're going to see if it all moves. We've got the tappet cover off. I'll show over here. Can you come there?
felt something. Hmm.
So, let's see if it spins. From the front here. It goes one way. Well, certainly not seized, it's just not going right round. Whether it's the engine or a pump or something, I'm not sure. It is out of gear. I tried that yesterday. Could be anything. There's a lot of the live PDO shaft going to something at the back. I don't know what that's driving. I want to force it, but I don't. Any questions?
Someone said cut the belt off.
The belt's loose.
Stock valve.
Could be valves. Yes, I just vacuumed all the stuff out of those. There's a lot of corrosion around them, but I sprayed them overnight. None of them look to be. The ones that are held down with the push rod, so they're in time. But in saying that, well, none of the push rods are loose anyway. Here's something back there. Definitely not seized anyway. But there is a post. There's a driver on the back that was for putting up circus tents many years ago, tent pegs. And whether it's trying to drive, I'm not sure. Like it's taken up a heap of free play somewhere and or backlash.
Bear with me, I'll just come around.
Okay. I don't know if that PDO, this is all seized, all these levers here. Let's see if that shaft's trying to move forward when I spin it.
Remove the belt first, it's pulling it and return over freely.
Huh? Is it spinning?
No.
Huh?
No. You can hear something though.
You can hear it. Hear it stop or something.
He said remove the belt first. If it's a pulley, it will turn over freely.
The belt's loose and slipping. It's not holding it. The belt slumped back here somewhere. Something's in here or... Maybe that glass window shouldn't affect it. Not driving.
Just climb back. Give me a second.
It's hitting the valve. It's hard to say. No, the push rods are loose. So. What they're doing, it's sort of told to do.
Jonathan asked what is it? What is it?
The tractor,
Yeah.
the chamberlain, with 270, 4-cylinder 270 Perkins in it. And we think it's had about 40 years. Used to be part of a travelling circus. They drive it all around Australia, following the circus, unloading tents, and it used to pull a trailer as well with circus equipment on it, or animals or whatever it had. So, got a lot of local history. About that one, the push rod's not loose. All the rest are returned. I think if it was that one, that rod would be... Unless there's a follower that's stuck. Not sure if they have followers. I'm not going to destroy the belt for that bloke asking, because it's loose and slipping. It's not the belt. I can hear it clunking. Even though the water pump's tight, it's not the belt doing it.
Graham said I'd be stuck too if I sat for 40 years.
Yeah.
And then he said it looks like a leftovers from Bullens.
That's exactly where it came from, Graham.
That's where it come from.
I think you've talked about Bullens before. One of you blokes have with me. They're only just up the road from me. One of these valves look like a follower on it, not a torch.
He said, yeah, it was me.
I've got a lot of the old stuff here, mate. Stuff that I saved and didn't get scrapped.
Nick said hi from the UK.
Hi, Nick. Is that Nick Hill?
Yep.
Hi, mate.
He's having a beer.
We're having a cup of coffee. It's still early in the morning here. We'll have a few later. Just bending that push rod. I think it's that valve there. We could lift that set off. The push rod's a little bit bent. I don't know if it's from me tapping it or it's... Not sure, we might just loosen her all off. So if it's not holding that valve down, it might follow it up. Thanks to all those people watching too. It's the first time we've ever done this. It may be boring, but I'm not sure what else to do. Like, if there's anything else you want to see apart from this, let me know. But a lot of it is down the back, not near us at the moment. Let's see if that does give her a bit more.
Your sister said hi from Silverdale.
Friggin' hell. Thanks for watching. See if I get a bit more out of her. Now it's coming. You can hear it springing back there like it's loading something up back there. I'm not going to cut the belt because if I fire it up later, I want it on there. I haven't got one. So it will be going later whether it's live or not. All those valves are moving. I think that one of them lifters is stuck up. But she went further then, but it's like it's spring loading something back here. What that's driving, I don't know.
I didn't see it, but
Just have a look here for me, see if that gear's moving or driving this.
I'm going to fall off the side of this, seriously.
See if all that's trying to move.
Nah.
Maybe I need to force it till it starts moving.
Black. Shouldn't have wore white pants.
The same one's gone tight again, so. I'd say that lifter stuck in the board. For those of you, this was Bullen's Animal World here in Sydney, and me and my wife, we still volunteer. I don't think there's a few animals left over, but a lot of them are, they're still just up the road here. A lot of them have moved on, but whether they're cubs of what was before, or I volunteer doing maintenance on their machines, and my wife volunteers with the animals, so there are still lions and tigers and everything about 3k, well not even 3k's up the road here, so a lot of people don't know about it. They do tours, paid tours up there. It's all off donations. A few celebrities around the place donate and keep the place going, and bigger companies and stuff keep it all going. It's not for profit, it's just so they can keep the animals going and alive, and all their enclosures and stuff. I don't charge them. Bigger jobs like I do, but most of the time I don't. If anyone is interested in booking a group tour over there to keep them going, please let us know. I don't think they've got any bookings at the moment over there. All those animals, they've got to fund it and feed them somehow. I'm not a big animal lover myself, but I certainly appreciate what they're doing. Pushing that valve up like it's... It's not back there now, I think, because I've loosened that off. It's probably bent that push rod. Has a little bit. I don't know if that's from winding it or that's from me tapping it. We've got a full turn out of it now. Should just back the belt off a little bit. Not going to cut it though, because if it's spinning, I'll have this going later. Pump's not seized, but it's tight. Getting to the stage now, I'll drop the oil out of it. I was going to do it last night and forgot. Let it drain overnight. Put some fresh oil in and hit it with the starter and keep it winding. You've probably never seen me drink coffee before.
Where's mine? Can you get it?
But I do. I actually only drink on the weekends, really. Might drop the oil out of it.
Maddie's workshop said that is a first, Steve.
What, the coffee? He's only seen me on the weekends, and through the week I'd get home at 7 o'clock at night, so it's time for tea and bed then, not alcohol. But Friday and Saturday I make up for it. Sundays I even behave, don't I? Because I've got to get up Monday. Thanks for watching, Maddie. You're always commenting, mate. It's good.
Graham said he used to drive his family through Bullen's with the cars up at the old one. Yeah.
At the... Which one, Graham? The Silverdale or the Luddenham one? Park Road one.
Wasn't there another one like?
So there was Animal World and
Wasn't there one in Queensland?
yeah. We had the African Lion Safari and Animal World. One was up there, one was down here, and then the Queensland one, yes. I've got a bit of their old stuff here, mate. I've a couple of other things over at the house. A truck, one down the back. There's an old international truck in our garden that used to cart all the elephants. I think they put 11 tonne of elephants on it, so I don't know how many that is, what they weigh each. But
The older one, Silverdale, I think. Yeah, it would have been the Silverdale.
Silverdale one. That was the African Lion Safari up there, I think, with the... That's the pictures on the front of the servo down there.
Yeah.
Bolts all rusted off. I think this was even before that time, mate. This was back when the circus was going. So this probably hadn't even gone then. Probably it was probably old then when you used to go there. This thing. Get some voice grips. Actually, might get the oil draining out of it first. Oh, what? Probably the water draining out of it. That's a square plug. It's actually been sealed up, this thing, but then I noticed the filler cap's been taken off, so I don't know whether that was 40 years ago or 2 years ago, who knows. But hasn't seemed to have hurt it. It's probably going to sludge up the pickup. Could make another cup of coffee with that. Oh, there she comes. If that cap had been left on there, there would have been nothing wrong because the exhaust and the air cleaner points down on this. I should let that water go, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
So you probably noticed it's still on the truck, this thing. If I took it straight down the back and unloaded it, I never would have done this. I would have just, so I thought I'd back it in the shed. We only picked it up yesterday. Back it in the shed near the tools and in the shade. And we can tinker with it. If the engine does go, I'll be more inclined to do something with it. I've got some tyres for it up the back there I found yesterday. I've just noticed looking under there before that it needs a rim. One of the rims are rotted right off the back, and that's going to slow me up a bit. I'll have to try and find one of those 28-inch chamberlain rims. Many of you know one, or I might get one off Bearco if they've got them, I'm not sure. I don't like things like this sitting around, I like them to be going. It may.
It will.
Got plenty of 1000 tyres. The bloke gave me off an Acco. He put radials on, so I was, well, 900 20s. Got a stack of those, which will go on the front, and then I've got tyres for the back, as I said. But well, I noticed that rim. Can't do much with that. There's a lot in there. Should have done that last time.
What is it, water?
That's water. Probably going to have a heap of yogurt around the pickup if we do crank it up. But don't really want to drop the sump off it. Get some box grips for that. I didn't think something that big still going. I think it'll be pulled right up to the top, but it's not. Oh. A few bolts like that been breaking. Broke one of the injector studs too, which is going to make for interesting drilling around all that open oil ports and everything.
Dirty.
A couple of them in line, I've got all the tellies on the house. Something. Tire on the trailer too, which we didn't realise yesterday. There is a video coming up of this where I was picking it up. We just had a month off YouTube, as you've probably seen. We didn't post a lot, and it hurt us a bit. I was up to getting 1,000 subs a week there for a bit, for about 4 weeks, and then it just stopped. So I don't know if YouTube's done something, or with that two-stroke Nissan diesel down the back, it's sort of sent us crazy, and then it just stopped. So I don't know, I've got 3 in the last 2 days or something, which doesn't matter, we'll get it going again. But it's just, from what we were doing to what now, it's hurt a bit. So we're just trying to cause some interaction and basically try and pick it all back up again.
Nick said, do they have Massey Ferguson's 1200 or 1250 in Australia?
Yes. I haven't got one, but they do. Yeah. Oh, about 350. They've got one of them. There's a lot of 1100s around. I've got a lot of smaller tractors here, Nick, because they're all smaller farms around this area. All the bigger stuff's out west, and all the stuff I've collected from around here, really. So they're all, I don't know, under 70 horsepower, I suppose. But they're good too, because they're easy to move around, easier to work on. The biggest we've got here is about 65 or 70, apart from that New Holland, but that's not mine. Just under clutching this little one next to me here, which is a video coming up.
Hold on, I'll walk around.
I got off the plane from our honeymoon and I split it about 8 hours later, so it's since going, but that's another video. Clutch all filled to bits. I was going to show you, but I threw it in the bin. It's ready to go, we just haven't used it yet. That's a 35. 3-cylinder Perkins, that one.
Maddie said, what year is this crane?
Well, I don't know, late 50s, early 60s, I would imagine. Could be a little bit earlier. I'm not even 100% sure of the tractor. I don't know if it's a 9G or a... It's had that much stuff added to it. There's no real distinct features on it. All the old oil's that gluggy, isn't it? I don't know if it's empty or blocked. So there is an inspection cover on that sump, which you probably access the pickup screen from. I'm just going to tip this in a go.
The bottom.
It's not, it's blocked. Running out?
No. Yuck.
I can hear it bubbling in the sump. It's not running out. It's like it's a marble rolling over or something. You better rag and block it off. And all would have been put in there many years ago. I'd say it's just too thick. Well, we'll let that drip, see what it does. Thanks to those of you around the world that may have stayed up late for this, because it's hard to pick a time when we've got viewers all around the world. So, put that inlet off. Free that up. See how it looks in that inlet. See if we can get through that. I don't know if we did.
West Virginia and Canada are viewing. Canada and West Virginia.
They're watching.
What gearbox do these have?
They make their own gearbox. They're a three speed forward and one reverse, and then the high and low is in the rear axle. They haven't got a diff lock, I don't think.
How many gears in them?
That's what we know. They've got high, intermediate and low, so they've got nine forward speeds and 3 reverse. As I said, no diff lock, it's just got a 3 speed, and then everything else is done in the back. Very, very similar to the other yellow one I've got with you've seen the 670. We went to, I drove to the wedding, you've seen that one. They're pretty much basically hasn't changed. It's just a 6-cylinder and physically bigger, but the same front axle, same everything really. They're all a pretty rugged sort of thing. They're only really a drawbar tractor these. They didn't have a 3-point, the earlier ones. It's all Australian made except the English Perkins. Everything else is made here. That's not looking good in there. It's had water in that inlet. The head may have to come off it, which I'd rather not do, but. So I thought that it may have rusted that bowl out and just the water runs straight through. So before that happened, it must have filled up and gotten in there. But it hasn't hurt the cylinders because she spins, so I don't. There's probably stuff in them, but it hasn't seized it, obviously. I don't really want to start it with all that there. I could pull that little housing off there and have a look further in. I could probably get a lot of it out if I did that. I'd rather not take the head off it. It's becoming a job that's probably not worth it, looking at the rest of it. But I thought it was an easy start. I'd be half interested. Got a butterfly here, so they run a vacuum diaphragm on the fuel pump to control the rack. When this is closed, it's got vacuum to pull it back into idle. When it opens, it revs up, and that's seized. Lovely to get it running and get it all warm and keep flushing her out. I think she'd come good. Would have only been parked because they didn't need it anymore. So I believe. I don't think it's going to go in this interaction with you all, but as I keep filming and if it does go later, I might go live again to see if it's going to fire up. I don't know how much time we've got to work on it today. Take that swivel off.
Matty had to go. He said he'll check in later.
Thanks, Matty. Might go for a bit more too. A little bit of filming on it and then Hopefully later, if it get it any closer, I'll go live again if it's going to crank up. I've started up, stuck all this stuff into it just to see if it does go. I'd like to do it properly without taking the head off.
Thanks for watching, Steve.
This is only going to take me a little bit further. Really need to see all the ports. It may only be here where that aluminium housing is. It might be just corroded itself. Might be a little bit boring for some people. I'm not sure what else you do live. If you've got any suggestions, please let me know. I'll get a socket on that. What am I going to do with it? Buried in that bloody. Like the head's too big. I don't know how they would have tightened that up. Probably a spanner when that tank wasn't on there.
Yeah.
Need a thinner wall socket or a... If I can break it free with these. Not a lot of room to swing these either. Needs a bit of that housing filing out so I can get a socket onto it. I'm going to get these tightened up and I won't be able to spin them. I thought it may not be tight because it's... I don't know how they would have tightened it. It's like 15 mil, it's a weird size. This never usually works, so I'm going to try it again. Let's take that tank off. Oh, it did work. Fairly bodgy, but like it's the wrong bolt because the head's hitting the housing.
Alan said some of those old Perkins had Whitworth bolts.
Whitworth, yeah, they did.
Whitworth, sorry.
Oh, the early English stuff did. I've got Whitworth spanners, but I don't clog the toolbox up with them, so they're in another. They've sort of put away up on a shelf with all the old stuff we don't use, and I just persevere with tighter fitting spanners or looser fitting ones. Or I know what you're saying, mate, because a lot of this old stuff I work on, some of the spanners don't fit. Split pins, definitely not brand new. Get that out with some side cutters.
He said he's a hidden away too.
Huh?
He said, I'm the same.
Oh, the spanner's hidden away, yeah. You can get by with metric and imperial, one or the other usually fits. Not great, but you'll get by. I've never learnt those sizes. Some of them are written same as modern day imperial spanners, but nowhere near the same size. Certainly got them though from older people giving them to me, and old sets Dad had and stuff like that.
Hi, Robert.
Is Robert on there?
You just got on.
Brother from another country. Hey, brah. Thanks for tuning in.
He said this is awesome watching live.
That's two things you've got me on.
I didn't even touch it.
There's all the trucks going up the hill behind us, you can probably hear. There's a quarry just up the hill behind our house. And there's trucks all day long. Even Saturdays they work.
Hi, Stephen.
Yeah?
Stephen.
Hi, mate. That's seized up the buggery. I don't know if that's bending the shaft or what that's doing. Have to blow all that out. So those of you who see this episode of this machine, there's going to be a lot of steps missing because we're not filming at the moment for that because of the live. So
Peter said soak it in vinegar.
I have done that before, Peter, with something else I used. Oh, it was that Cat D2 I got when the cylinders were all stuck in it. And it did work, it ate all the corrosion out of it, but then the bores had it, so I put a Holden 6-cylinder in it. You may have seen it on the... I've never had it going, but it has been on here. It's not a bad idea though.
Graham said, my favourite spanner, a hammer.
Yeah. Some people don't like it, but you just got to do what you've got to do. Like,
What horsepower is the Perkin engine?
oh, this one, between 40 and 50, I suppose. It's pretty early. It's not a big powered machine. I've got one of these in another back to front reversed chamberlain down there.
Everything is a hammer if you use it wrong.
You want to drop that too?
I know.
I just went and stocked up on all my sprays and they're nearly empty since bringing this home. Have to go back into town. I would have done that. Then that shaft, the butterfly's moving with it, I think. Yeah, I think it's moving on the spline here. There it is.
Someone said if a hammer doesn't fix it, it's electrical.
Could be that loose wire there. Might be electrical. The butterfly's not moving. I'll have to soak it in something. Put a little bit of heat into each of these bosses here, maybe.
Hi, Dave.
Which Dave?
Different Dave.
Hey Dave. Thanks for watching, mate. It's moving on the spline, not the butterfly itself. But anyway. If that's the only problem, I'll be very happy. It doesn't look bad in the head, it just looks like actual corrosion on that aluminium housing, so it's inside the head. I don't know if you can see, but a little bit of rust marks in there, but I'd be happy to start it like that. Yeah. Huh? What are you doing, Jay? So, I'm pretty happy with that inside that head. So I can free up all these lifters. Get a winding off the starter. I might drop that inspection cover off so if we do get a spinning over, she doesn't suck all that yogurt up. You've dropped me cup, so you're going to have to go and make me another cup of coffee. This is my wife's phone, and I've never seen her go so long without looking at Facebook or something, so this is why we're using hers, just for a bit of punishment. There's mine there. We could check that starter. I'd have to check the that diaphragm on the fuel pump. You can take that cover off there, you can access the rack to see if all that's moving. You'd have to have control of that through that housing I just took off if we did crank it up, but I think if it goes, I'm more inclined to do something with it. Once it's all mechanical, so if the engine starts, everything's going to work really. We'll get a rim for those of you in Australia that may know where one is. If Bearco might do one, I'll be able to get one somewhere. You clean your teeth or done your hair this morning or not?
No, I broke it.
Lots of stuff I can do while you're online here, but that drum you dropped there. Is there anything I tipped it all out.
No, there's nothing in it.
dirty.
Bye, Graham. Have a good weekend. Claire, can you pass me Dad's phone? Yeah. Granny just messaged.
I'm going to rattle that plate off the sump, see what comes out of it, because it's still blocked up.
Nick said he's going. Bye, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Watch out for snakes in this warm weather, right? Stay on the path. On that, what? Here or on the other side? Go around the other side? Okay.
Maybe it's that fucking bar,
Hot.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing. Why are we putting that on toast when we go and have breakfast? Yeah, yeah. Stop splashing on the phone, is it?
No.
Well, this oil wouldn't have been seen in many, many years. So you're all witnessing it at the same time as us. This was going to scrap this machine, and I don't know whether I should have let them take it or not. It's still good to tinker with. I can always scrap it. I never will. It'll go. I don't scrap anything. You to do that side for me. You probably don't want to touch the screw.
No.
I don't want you to either.
I don't want to touch it.
Come
That's
round
gross. Huh?
Come round. I'm a big scammer. Just type exactly what you mean by that, mate. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, well, that is so gross. Let me go.
So that must just sit up in there and push on the pickup itself. That's why I wanted to pull it off, because it wouldn't have had oil pressure drawing through that.
It was all in your shirt now.
Did he write back what scammer means yet?
No.
So, that can be cleaned out easy. That's only old oil and water. I'll get my hand in most of that sump to get it out.
So I see a lot of brake cleaner in your future.
Yeah, I've actually got to get some more, because the drum I was using is empty. Well, Nelly.
James said, poor old girl, she didn't deserve to have that happen to her.
She didn't, James. I try and save them.
Alan said, poor, these Perkin engines are hard to kill. It will roar again.
Yeah, it will, Alan. Yes. Maybe today, mate. Who knows? Like a battle in the sun, but I can't get to the other side. weeks now. Be all over the pillow and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on.
Well, I could live with a little bit of it in there as it gets hot and mixes up, and it'll all eventually come out. It's just a baffle, I'm not sure what in there. I'll sit on the lounge after this. I don't know, I can't. Oh no, there is a hole for it to run through, I just can't get it in there. It'd be good to 220 where there's a brake cleaner into the thing. With what's left in there with fresh oil, I'm happy to blend that up. I've got some low quality shit here, I wouldn't mind just running in it. If it does go, something I can drop again without wasting good oil. I'm not going to mention any names, what it is. It's not going to hurt this machine, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to end this here or not. A couple of other things I've got to do, and I've got a video a bit of it for the, look at my wedding ring, that comes off easy now. I've got a video a bit of it for the channel as well, so I think if I get a bit of progress later and we try and do more with it, it's harder for you people overseas, I know, with different times, but I might try and go live again later for who is interested and see if we can get some smoke out of her, or if we have developed a little bit further with it. There's plenty more I can do, but I think we'll go and have some breakfast now. And thanks to all you who have been watching. I didn't think I'd get this many viewers. I even turned my own TV on to boost it a little bit. I didn't have to. Thanks very much, everyone. I know it's not overly exciting, but what else? If you've got any more ideas, you want to see anything else live, a walk around of anything, or anything we're doing, please let us know. It's all here, it's all easy to do, so I think we'll hold it there. And as I said, if we can go to start it, or anything else happens with it, we'll let you know. We'll go live again and see who's around watching. There will be an episode on it too, so I better film a bit of that now. While it drains out and everything. Okay, we're going to call it there. Thanks everyone. We might go back on again later. Just keep an eye out. You might get a notification on your phone or something today if you're interested. And I'm not a scammer in any way. I don't know
who that person was.
It doesn't matter who it was. So, thanks everyone. We'll see you soon.